Hey there guys, Jerry here, aka Sergeant Siaj here, back again here with another video. And I figure I'd finally do like a little bit of a scent rotation here video, what I wear during the week here, or at least for this week. It doesn't remain the same, but as I go through these like rotation videos, I think you'll kind of see what sticks and what kind of doesn't here. Uh, I don't know how often I'll do these, maybe every other week or maybe once a month here or maybe twice. I would say twice a month. It seems more reasonable here, especially in September. Here, September is usually a busier month for me, and October is usually a pretty busy month too. It's not until November that things start to calm down a little bit, usually, typically. But let's go ahead and get into it here because I had two fragrances here to test out. You've seen the video here that I posted on, Soprano Ice. This is usually something that I'll spritz on like during the day because I work nights here. So I'll usually spritz this on during the day just to test it out. I had one other fragrance here that I gave a testing, but I actually gave that, a full wearing as well here. So keep that in mind. But yeah, overall, solid stuff here. I've been testing this one out. It seems like it's got pretty good projection and pretty good longevity here, too. And it is a decent room filler, too. Sprayed 2 sprays of this, and you can smell it throughout the room here. But my weeks usually typically go from like Sunday to Saturday, so that's kind of what I'm going to focus on here. So we're going to start at Sunday and then move through to Saturday. So on Sunday, I wore Dumont Nitro Platinum, and this is something that I believe I purchased here back in May. And out of like your Cayad, Alpharsan, pineapple heavy DNAs, your 9PM Rebels, I believe now you have like Armoth Revolution, that's pretty fruity too. I think out of all of those scents here, I think this is the most mature of the bunch while still remaining playful. I also think that this has a little slight resemblance to something like Aventus cologne in the silver bottle, and I also think here this has slightly more like woody base than any of the others too. So I usually get a good like 7 to 8 hours out of this here. Whenever I first got it, it was like kind of tough to get 6. And this is something that I think as time goes on, I'll wear a little bit more. I definitely haven't gotten the chance to wear this too often because it's still a pretty playful DNA here. And like I just started getting back into the gym and stuff like that. This seems like a good gym wear. Spritz, 2-3 sprays on and go to the gym. Not going to be overbearing or anything like that. Still going to smell good. And probably pretty easy to wash off too, but all in all, good solid scent. This is what I chose to wear on Sunday. And then on Monday here, I had to wear the other new thing that I got, and that was Dumont Nitro Elixir. You're going to realize that there's a little bit of a theme here for this week because I wore a lot of Dumont fragrances here, but I did get to wear this on Monday, and I think I only sprayed 4 sprays on, and that was it. 2 on my neck, 2 on my wrist, and that was it. And this stuff lasted like a beast. And I said it in the video for this, the short video that I did. Whenever you get an extrait, you usually, would like an extrait to perform like an extrait, and this sucker does. Kind of a nitro red opening with a YSL Myself dry down. Just perfect all year round occasion wear here. Not offensive in any way. I wouldn't overspray this one, but this is not offensive. You can wear this one to the office if you have an office job or pretty much anywhere really, but this is what I wore on Monday. Tuesday came around and we're starting to get into the busy part of the week here, so I wanted something that would be a little bit more, relaxing and stuff like that, especially for like Tuesday, Wednesday, because we're getting ready to go in the busy days here for my work week. But so I decided to bring out something that's a little bit more classy, and that is Armoff's Infinity Silver, which is a L'Homme Ultime vibe. And this is like what I would describe. I know like L'Homme, the original L'Homme is described to be like the perfect office scent, but this stuff is phenomenal here. Yeah, like I think every time I wear it, I get good projection, good longevity on this one, and you just smell. I always describe it as a class in a bottle because I think the entire L'Homme line is mostly that. At least the Eau de Toilette and the Ultime and the Blue Electrique are class, like personified in a bottle. And some of the colognes that I've gotten that dupe them have been the same, and this one is no different from that here. So really good stuff here. Like I said, classy scent, ginger, more ginger forward, but it's got that cashmere in the base of this here that just gives you clean, professional vibes here. So this is what I wore on Tuesday. Wednesday here, we were getting into the busy, and whenever you're really busy, you kind of just want something easy to wear, and that's going to be that here. So I knew I was going to be moving around quite a bit, and I decided, well, I want to go for an Imagination cologne. It's something that I've kind of, shit on, because even whenever I originally got this, I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of the DNA yet, but now that I've given it more wearings, I can kind of see where people are coming from here. It's just an easy going wear that is, I don't want to say it's like relaxing or soothing, like Gris Charnel or anything like that. I think that's more like a relaxing, cozy vibe. But this is just an easygoing, easy wear scent. So Keros Blue Spice from Codlage, I think it's one of the better Imagination dupes that are out there. I know I haven't gotten my nose on Cobra yet from Rusasi and the Hawass line. I know that one, everybody says it's, Imagination on steroids, essentially. And I know Amphar has one, Artisan Blue, that seems to be pretty popular right now, too. But this stuff, and then you have Marwa, too, from Arabia Prestige. But I think this one's one of the better ones out there. I think this one leans a little bit more like a ginger soap rather than the tea note. But all in all, it's still pretty good. I get decent longevity out of this. Usually get around 7 hours or so. But that's what I wore on Wednesday Wednesday here. Well, it'd be Wednesday and the Thursday for me because I work at night, but you get what I'm saying. Thursday came around and I finally decided, I tested this a bunch here last month and I decided, all right, I'm going to give this a wearing. And I got 3 compliments wearing this thing. So, maybe it's better than what I gave it here. I did bump up the rating here in the video that I just did for fragrances that I got last month. And all in all, just solid stuff here. Codlage, another Codlage fragrance here, Shiaka Shadow. Duping Bad Boy Cobalt here, and it just does the job well. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit aromatic, and a little bit, of that fougere. I want to say it's like a fougere style, blue fragrance here. So a little bit, I don't want to say completely barbershop-y or anything like that, but I would say at the most it is it's aromatic for sure. But all in all, really like it. I like the presentation a lot. I really like the bottle design here. The bottle design looks pretty sleek and cool with the matte black and the silver lettering. So I do really like the bottle a lot. Seems good. I usually get 8 to 9 hours with this, and I don't think this is even like fully macerated yet. But yeah, that's what I wore on Thursday. Friday came around, and usually Fridays I will whip out a Aventus style cologne, but one that I've definitely realized that I'm reaching for more and more often over the summertime, at least here, is this one. Dumont's Solario Oros here. And if you look at it here, you can see that the liquid's like right at this silver bar here, but I have not had this for very long. And like I said, whenever you have a bunch of fragrances in your collection and you got a dent like this popping up that you've only had, you know, a fragrance for like 2.5 months, you know that it's doing something right then here. I usually get 8 to 9 hours, probably closer to 9, 10 if you spray it a little bit more here. But you're not going to have problems with performance. Almost any Dumont fragrance here, you're not going to have problems with like performance or longevity. This stuff is really good. The way that I would describe this is it's more leaning towards Aventus, and then like 65% Aventus, like 35% Hachivat. Whereas like I would say, Supremacy Not Only Intense is the opposite. I think it's like more like 65-70% Hachivat and then like 30% Aventus. But this has a Lily of the Valley note here that kind of makes this almost like a watered down creamy note is how I would describe it. And I think that's what helps this fragrance out a lot here. I think it smooths it out quite a bit and does a lot of favors for this stuff here. But that's what I wore on Friday here at Dumont Solario Oros. And then the wrap up here of the week here, which would have been last night at the filming of this video here, I decided I was going to wear another like Aventus style dupe, but it was going to be for like Aventus Absolute. And I decided I'm going to whip this one out. It's been a little bit cooler here, especially for the middle of August or end of August here. So I decided, all right, I'm going to whip this one out and wear it here because I haven't worn it for a little bit yet. And that was Atralia's Absolute Noir, which is probably my favorite dupe. Even though it's not close to it, the twist that's on this one, the watermelon note that's in here, just gives it a nice fruity, clean style scent here. And the more that this macerates here, I know people said that it's like Absolute, you know, like 80-85% Absolute, and then like 15 to 20% like Dior or Sauvage Elixir. And I am starting to get that vibe here out of this, that the longer that this macerates. But as you can see here, you can see where the liquid is here. I got this at the beginning of like spring, and this stuff's got a pretty good dent in this stuff too. So I really do like wearing this stuff. I think it shines in the, you know, spring, fall, and winter time is where this really shines. But because of it being a little bit cooler, especially at nights whenever I'm working, I decided I was going to give this a wear, and that rounded out the week. Beginning of this week here, well, I don't think I should give it away here, but tonight, to start my week, I'll probably end up wearing here because it's one of the newer releases. I made the other video on here too. It'll probably be Polo 67 here. I'm probably going to go with something a little bit more easygoing tonight as well and move on from there. I don't know what exactly I'll pull out for this week, but Polo 67 will probably be the wear for tonight here as I get ready for work. So that's going to wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It gives you a little bit of an insight on like what I pull out here. You'll see probably more of these same fragrances here as time goes along, and the ones that you see more and more often obviously are going to be the stuff that I wear on the daily basis here. But we are in a transitional period soon, so you also got to keep that in mind. So some of these like summer ones will probably go away unless I'm, you know, going to wear them to the gym or whatever have you. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the start of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.